Hey guys, so this is going to be a quick primer for the brand new fencers on how to advance, how to retreat, and how to lunge. The three basic types of footwork you're going to find when you fence. So I'll just show you real quick and then we'll talk it out and try to explain everything that's going on. Important thing about advancing and retreating is that you start with your on guard, okay? Your on guard stance is going to be start here. Okay, what I want you to notice is my feet, my right foot, my lead foot is pointed directly ahead, and then my rear foot, my left foot, is going 90 degrees this way. Okay, this lead foot you want always to point forward. Okay, so I take a step out, I'll get in on guard, and I'll sit down. Again, front foot pointed forward, back foot 90 degrees. If you find that your groin is getting way too tired, you can let the back foot kind of slip forward a little bit. But yeah, you want it close to 90 degrees if you can. Okay, so here's your stance, real quick and dirty. Big thing about your on-guard stance is you want to be balanced. Okay, so your hips, your body's on top of your hips split weight between your feet. So you're evenly balanced between each foot. Your pelvis, you don't want your pelvis to be tilted out too far either way. You want it to be nice, vertical, so that you can actually sit on top of your hips. Feet, the feet that are touching the ground. You've got, you want your balance to be on the balls of the feet and then on the outside blade. You don't want your feet to clap. You don't want to have your weight on the arches of your feet. That's this internal part. Because watch my knees. When I let the weight shift down there, my knees collapse inward. This puts a lot more pressure on my knees as I'm working, and it'll probably cause an injury if I let it go for too long. So I want my knees pointed in line with my feet. Super important to keep from getting injured. My feet are going to be about shoulders width apart. Can be a little bit less, but you don't want to be wide and you don't want to be too narrow. Okay, about shoulders width apart. Okay, so there's the on guard stance. Shoulders are level, so you'll see my shoulders run across level, my hips runs across level, which means I sit down, get a nice bend in the legs. Okay, to advance, what I'm going to do is I will kick forward just like that. Okay, so it's a kick forward and then a push from the back leg. So I kick and I push. To go backwards, it's the exact opposite. I reach with my back leg and I push with my front. Okay, so it's a kick and a push, reach and a push, kick and a push, reach and a push. The reason it's always a push, you don't want to be here and pull forward. What you'll end up doing is you'll end up just rocking incessantly. And it leads to really bad footwork where you're not really ready to attack. So you want to keep your hips level, reach and push, reach and push, reach and push, reach and push. Okay? So, those are the basics for advancing and retreating. Arms are just kind of relaxed. They're not really doing anything right here. You want your legs to be engaged, your arms just kind of relaxed. Okay? And then you can do this fun little game where you'll reach now. These are called half movements. You'll see I just reach. My front leg doesn't follow though. And then I just push back. Same thing here. I reach a little bit. My body, you see my body shift forward, but then it just pushes back into on guard. And then I advance. And I advance. After every advance and every retreat, you want to come back to on guard. What you don't want to do, you see how my feet are slowly getting wider? Yeah, you want to watch out for that. The name of the game here is that lifting up your leg is going to make you unbalanced because your weight should be split between your legs. So when you're advancing and retreating, you're making yourself unbalanced and bringing yourself back to balance. So reach and push, reach and push, reach and push. Knees are where they need to be. Sit down a little bit. Do it again. So there's your advancing and retreating, okay? Hopefully you guys can practice this on your own and really just start to get the muscles to work. One of the weird things about fencing is how it works muscles that you don't normally use, and so you end up just getting tired, and then you start doing bad things, and then you get injured. So practice this, super simple. You don't need much space. You'll see I'm working within like 6 feet of space, and you can just practice, just shifting weight, hip stays level, knees stay where they need to. Right? And I can just practice this, okay? So the lunge is the next bit that you need to piece together. And so the lunge, we're gonna take the arms. For the arms, you're gonna keep the shoulders relaxed, and you're just gonna lift them up like this. My left arm, I'll actually just keep down. My right arm, which is my lead arm, I'll get into this. The important part, relaxed shoulder. You'll see my elbow is close to my torso. That's because my shoulder's relaxed, okay? And that's what I want to keep. So if I want to lunge, you're gonna get down low, make sure your knee, make sure your legs are activated, make sure your hips are working, your arms, everything is looking good, you're not collapsed. The lunge is always gonna start with an extension of the hand, okay? So when I extend the hand, just put it, for now, just like that, that's it. Oh. That's all you have to do. Once the hand is extended, kick with the foot, just like you're gonna do in advance, only you're gonna push a little bit harder with that back step, and you're gonna end up right here. Okay? So everything's looking good. Once again, I'm on top of my hips, shoulders are level, back leg is straightened out because it's pushed me as far as it can go, so it's fully extended. Front leg, still pointed forward, the direction I'm moving, okay? Knee is over the ankle, and it's in line. It's not collapsing on itself, okay? So nice lunge, and then to recover, I let this back leg bend, and then I push back to get back to on guard, okay? So once again, it's a extension kick push, recover, extension kick push, recover. Extension kick push, recover, extension kick push, recover. Okay? If you're doing it right, I think you'll notice that the first time I did it and I fell a little bit. You don't want to fall. You want to skim the concrete or skim the ground as you go. And it looks like you're just transporting yourself forward. Okay? Break, break, push back, back to balance. Okay? So there's your advance, there's your retreat, there's your lunge. Basic pieces of footwork. They're what 95% of fencing is. So practice these. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you when I see you. Okay? Bye, guys.